Should you summon for Saber Cookie, or should you hold your gems and not summon at all? Well, we're going to explore that in today's video, guys. Let's talk about Saber Cookie. They're in the game, and they're decent, at least, from what I've noted so far. But let's go ahead and take a look at the actual skill itself. So I'm sure most of you guys already know what the skill does. The skill basically gives attack speed to the two highest attack speed people on the team, gives attack speed to herself, and increases light damage. That's really the main gist of the skill. Basically all there is to it. But hopping into the actual substats here themselves was actually define the cookie, I would say. Stronger regular attacks, 295% of attack extra damage per attack speed buffs, plus 22.5% per 1x attack speed buff. Now this stat can actually get pretty high because Saber can give themselves at least 11 stacks of attack speed buffs. So as far as that damage buff is concerned, you're getting around a 247% extra damage increase to your normal attacks, which is fairly nice. It's pretty good. It does decent damage if paired with the correct cookies, that is. And we'll get into that a little bit later. Now, as far as the rest of their skill goes, they give an extra 25% attack speed for 8 seconds to the two highest attack speed units on the team. Attack speed debuff resistance is going to be 50% for 12 seconds, and that's going to be for the whole team. They're going to be increasing light damage by 20% for 10 seconds. Light strike damage is going to be 611% and ignores 17.5% of the target's damage resist. Now, this number is kind of low, but that number will scale up as the ability goes up. So as far as the testing that I did on it today, we only have the ability at level 47, so that could do more damage. But as of right now, it has kind of low damage for me. I think it'll pick up the higher skill this cookie is. Regular attack speed plus 4% for 8 seconds stacks up to 10 times. This is what I was saying is as far as them giving themselves an attack speed buff. They give themselves 10 stacks to this, so it's increasing their attack speed by about 40% extra. On top of that, they're also getting those 10 stacks, which inherently increases the amount of damage they're going to be doing on their normal attacks. Paladin's Way, damage risk 12.5% for 15 seconds upon gaining debuff stacks up to 2 times. Now this right here is very important because you need them to get debuffs to actually be decent at surviving. If they don't get debuffs or not that many debuffs, they are not going to survive. Their HP is super low for a defense cookie. They are super squishy and die really quick. I took them into a couple of arena matches and they died very early on, like very early on, and I'm running full almonds on them. Even with the debuffs they were getting, they were still dying very early on. So it seems like you do need to actually promote and ascend this cookie to make it more viable in like arena and guild bosses and stuff like that, because at just base, it is not it. The HP is not there. You die very quick even with full almonds on a team. Now I will say, as far as the testing I did, we took it into a PvE thing, we took it into a guild boss, we took it into arena, and let's talk about what those results were. So when taking it into the PvE thing, I just faced a 1230 dragon just to get a good baseline of where their damage slash HP is at, and they die against the dragon with full almonds, which is not good. Being a defense cookie, I feel like they should be able to survive the whole time against the dragon, or at least have half health by the end of the dragon, but with this cookie that's not the case. They die very quick against that dragon there, and they also don't kill it, and they get kind of close to killing it, but they still don't kill it. So hopping into like guild boss situation, I feel like this cookie might be good against some of the bosses. I mean, I did around 90 million damage on the Living Abyss boss with this team. So I mean, maybe it could be good, but I don't know. There definitely needs to be tweaking that needs to be done with that. So it could potentially be good against the boss. But I mean, I still think probably the Space Donut meta will probably still be the meta for the Abyss boss. And finally, I threw it into PvP to see how it do. And I used kind of like a speed comp-alike team using Holly, Saber, Madeline, Mint Choco, and PV Cookie to see how much damage we could get out, and wasn't that good. It wasn't that good. She died really quick. Like I said, she's very squishy. Even with full almond, she's super squishy. The main star of the show definitely was not this. For me, I think this cookie is really a support cookie for light cookies. Without light cookies, I don't think this cookie will be used. I think this cookie is like a crunchy chip for summoners. How its crunchy chip was a great support and worked really well for summoner comps. This cookie is that for the light comps. This cookie will work really well and support those light cookies up, but other than that, not too good. Also, Clauded, still bad. Please don't use them in your team. Now, as far as the question, should you summon for this cookie? I would say no, unless you plan on running a light team or Madeline. If you're not running those teams and don't plan on running those teams, then I don't think this cookie is worth summoning for, because you do need a lot of ascensions to actually make this cookie work in a lot of the aspects of the game. So if you don't plan on using a light team and you don't plan on getting this at least 5 stars, then I don't think it's worth your time summoning or your gem summoning, just because it's so reliant on that light comp. This can't be really used outside of that. So yeah, as far as a rating for this cookie, probably give it a 6 out of 10. It's decent. It's alright. Like, it works sometimes in light comps. You need a lot of ascensions, which is why I'm putting it at 6, because you do need a lot of investment for this cookie to work. But yeah, that's really going to do it for this video. We're going to talk about how bussin' Madeline is in the next one, so make sure you subscribe to get that video. Anyways, yeah, that's going to do it for this one. Tell me what you guys' thoughts are on Saber Cookie in the comments below. Are they good for you? Are they bad for you? Did you have to get them ascended? Did you not have to get them ascended? And yeah, bye guys. See you later.